Hello again, guys and girls, the Gears of War community. Welcome back to another Gears of War 3 gameplay commentary. Today, you are watching a fairly mediocre gameplay, if I actually do admit so myself. I don't really have anything special at the moment, or at least up to scratch with what I usually put out, but the last minute or so is really awesome, so I hope you can enjoy that. But I really wanted to get this commentary out anyway. And another thing I wanted to quickly mention is I am really proud of my subscribers, actually. You know, I put out my last commentary, and I got quite a different response to what I might have expected. A lot of people were like, oh no, actually I don't really agree with you, and this is why. And you know why I'm proud of that? Because most people would be like, no, you are wrong, screw you, you idiota, go kill yourself. I don't know. I don't know why most Gears of War players are Middle European, but you know, that's just how it is. Anyway, so yeah, I'm actually really proud of my subscribers for being not retarded, I guess would be the best way of putting it. But yeah, I mean, that has made me a lot more confident going into this commentary than I might have been about a week ago. And this is going to be a very, very controversial commentary because I'm going to try and take on something that is very much the norm with a much larger percentage with the Gears of War community than my usual controversial subjects. But I've been wanting to do this for a while because it's a very big possibility that this is going to be a change in judgment. But please, guys, if you disagree with what I say, don't do the stereotypical impression that I just did. Don't be all like, oh no, fuck you, you're wrong, screw you, I'm leaving. You know, be the way you were in my last commentary, because you actually convinced me that I was wrong in that. And if I can convince someone that I'm right, then I feel very lucky. If someone can convince me that I'm wrong, then I feel extremely lucky, because you know what, I've got people who are more intelligent than me well, not necessarily more intelligent, but people who have more, or who have thought the subject out more than me in my subscriber / fan base. So the thing I want to talk about is wall bouncing. Now, a lot of you might have suspected my opinions on wall bouncing. I've mentioned it a few times in the past, but the straight up, hey, look at me, I can mash the A button approach to wall bouncing, I just really hate. I think it demeans the movement system in the Gears of War franchise, just because in my experience with almost every single player who does that kind of thing, the kind of, I'm going to mash the A button and try and hope for a kill, rather than I'm going to have good movement and use my accurate shots to kill someone, just annoys me, because when someone goes into that, they're like, oh yes, I can mash the A button, I can fly everywhere around the map, but I can't hit a shot without having my shotgun down the throat of the person I'm trying to kill. And yes, you're making everybody miss, but you're also making yourself miss, and you're relying on the luck that you might end up in that person's face and be able to pull off a shot. That's what I see wall bouncing. And the big reason I'm pulling this up and bringing it in, or putting it in one of my commentaries, is there is a big possibility that they are taking away the wall bounce cancel in Gears of War Judgment. This is a major rumour that has been going around the Gal forum. Now, I'm not too sure if it is true, because I think it might possibly be hopeful thinking on the part of the Gal forum members, because a lot of them are Gears of War 1 pros. And if you don't know what the wall bounce cancel is, it is a aspect of the game where when you press A, you can cancel sliding to a wall by pulling back or pulling in a different direction to where you are sliding, and you don't have to slide all the way to the wall and then clip onto the wall and then pull off afterwards. That's how it was in Gears of War 1, but in Gears of War 2 and 3 they introduced the wall bounce cancel, and like I've just said, I hate the people who abuse that ability to... I don't necessarily want to make it say that it makes it easier to kill people than just straight up walking around going for your shots, but it adds a different aspect to it, which just makes it a lot more difficult for everybody to get kills. And there's a lot of luck in that. I'm not saying it's 100% skillless. Yes, you're hitting every single wall in your bouncing and things. But as an overall look at what you're doing, I just don't understand that. But that is an extreme. And the reason why I'm about 50-50 with this is, yes, I hate that kind of thing, but wall bounce cancelling is really useful for a player like me. Not to say that I hate it, that kind of stuff, and don't use it. I still use the wall bounce cancel quite a lot. In fact, if you watch any of my gameplays, I use it to get around cover, to get into cover, to move around a player, and position myself most of the time, so I can position myself somewhere which gives me the advantage, rather than, you know, doing what I've described about 1,000 times already in this commentary. I hate to say it over and over again, but, you know, this is what I'm getting at. Anyway, so that's the kind of the more or less the thing I want, and kind of what I want to know is, what are the rest of you guys' opinions on this? See, like I said, I'm 50-50. I like the idea of having the wall bounce cancel because it brings more of a balance towards a player's movement. In Gears of War 1, the pros, the really good pros, barely used wall bouncing at all because the strafing and the actual using the cover to do certain shots was a lot better than trying to wall bounce around and get your positioning right, or just do the kind of wall bouncing everywhere until you get close to someone. Like, it was almost useless in Gears of War 1 against really good players. At the top tier of Gears of War 3, it is still quite useful to wall bounce, and as long as you use it in mediocrity, no, that's the complete wrong word. As long as you use it in, I can't say it, but you know, as long as you use it not too much and not too little. So, you know, in that middle area where basically you use it for certain things, but you don't use it too much. And that's what the top tier players use wall bouncing for, similar to me. And basically, this is my opinion. I don't want it to go back to the Gears of War 1 style, because if it goes to the Gears of War 1 era, then wall bouncing will become completely useless again against good players. And it kind of makes me a little bit sad, because it takes away a whole different dimension of the game. But I also hate this extreme abusing of wall bouncing that a lot of players do. And, you know, it can be similar with other forms of movement, like steam training, where you hold down the A button and go left and go right. Although that doesn't get to me so much, because in my style of play, it almost never works for anybody, because I just stand there, hard aim, you're dead. You know, you can't even see me because you're, you know, steam training to the left and your camera's locked on your guy, so you can't even see me, and it's really easy for me to get kills on people. But then I see people doing that to other people, and I'm just like, you have to understand that that doesn't work. But that's just another example of the fact that wall bouncing isn't the only kind of thing that's used to, or is abused to an extreme, that just takes away a lot of the skill. But nevertheless, it is the one that gets to me the most. And anyway, guys, so it's coming to a close of the commentary, or gameplay rather. Basically, I just want to know what you guys' opinions are, because this is a very touchy subject. There's a lot of different sides to this that maybe I haven't considered, but I just wanted to get people thinking about this, really. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoy my gameplays, then please leave me a like. If you enjoy my gameplay commentaries, rather, please leave me a subscribe as well. And for now, guys, thank you for watching, and goodbye.